Ford fired humans, hired AI, and the whole thing blew up in their face. Now they're quietly rehiring the people they laid off. If you're a founder watching enterprise headlines and wondering whether to gut your team for ChatGPT, stop. I'll show you exactly where Ford got the automation math wrong, and the one rule that separates a working AI deployment from a $200 million cleanup bill. Most takes on this story are either AI doom or AI hype. Neither helps you ship. I'm Lizar. I build AI automations for small businesses every week, and I've watched this exact failure pattern up close. Here's what Ford missed. So here's what happened. Ford rolled out AI systems across customer service, internal ops, and parts of their supply chain. The pitch internally was the usual one: cut headcount, let the models handle tickets, claims, and routing. They followed through. People got let go. Then the system started producing wrong answers to customers, missing context on warranty claims, mishandling dealer escalations, and creating a backlog the remaining humans couldn't dig out of. Quality dropped, complaints spiked, and Ford is now in the awkward position of rehiring for roles they just eliminated, plus paying consultants to clean up the AI's output. The Independent covered it. Hack News pushed it to 166 upvotes in a day, and the top comment was basically, "This is what happens when a CEO confuses a demo with a deployment." And that's the part I want you to actually internalize, because the same mistake is about to hit every small business owner who reads a LinkedIn post about AI replacing their team. Ford didn't fail because AI doesn't work. Ford failed because they treated AI as a replacement instead of an interface. There's a massive difference. A replacement means you remove the human and hope the model covers the same surface area. An interface means the AI handles the repetitive 80%, routes the weird 20% to a human with full context, and logs everything so the human can correct it and the system gets smarter. Ford skipped the routing layer, skipped the human in the loop, and skipped the feedback loop. They bought the demo, not the system. For you as a founder or a small team, this story is actually good news, because it means the enterprises spending 9 figures on consultants are still getting this wrong, which leaves the entire small business market wide open for people who do it right. And doing it right is not complicated, it's just disciplined. Here's the one practical takeaway. Before you automate anything, write down the task on paper. Then split it into 3 columns. Things the AI can do alone with 0 risk. Things the AI can draft but a human must approve. And things only a human should touch. Most founders try to shove everything into column 1. Don't. For email triage, the AI sorts and drafts, you approve. For invoicing, the AI generates, you sign off on anything above a threshold. For lead follow-up, the AI sends the first touch, a human handles the call. That's it. That's the whole framework Ford's $200 million consultants apparently forgot. You can build this in a weekend with the tools you already have. My hot take: every CEO who fires staff to replace them with AI in 2026 is going to be on a stage in 2027, explaining why they're rehiring. The winners aren't the ones cutting headcount. They're the ones using AI to give a 5-person team the output of 15 without firing anyone, because their existing team knows the business and the AI just removes the boring parts. Headcount cuts are a CFO fantasy. Leverage is the actual play. If you want to see what a properly built AI automation looks like, the kind with humans in the loop, real routing, and a feedback layer, head to BizflowAI.io and look at what we ship for clients. While you're there, hit subscribe and ring the bell so the next breakdown lands in your feed. And if you've got a workflow you want automated without the Ford-style cleanup bill, book a free 30-minute discovery call at bizflowai.io. We'll map it out together.